Muhammad, you're not only your brother Rahman is in the audience, and your daughter Miriam is there.
Yeah, she's 4 years old now.
Can we get a camera on Muhammad's
She's starting to come out.
brother and his daughter?
Yes.
Miriam, will you come down and be with us on television? Oh, look at this!
Hello, girl.
Oh, isn't she something? How old is she, Muhammad?
How old are you? Tell him you.
4. 4. Have you ever been on television before?
Look, you're on television. See?
Miriam, look at you. Look how you look.
Look how you look. Smile.
Smile at yourself, Miriam. Miriam, smile at yourself.
Tell him who you look like, Miriam. Tell him. Who do you look like? Well, I won't let you come on television no more. You won't say nothing. Who do you look like?
My daddy.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Is your daddy pretty or is he ugly?
Pretty.
You had,
Okay,
is she a twin?
No, the
Didn't I read
twins
where you
are
had-
2.5
That's right, I read where you had
and
twins.
got a boy about 6 months.
That's
So
something
you've
else.
been on television long enough. You go back over there because it can't be one star in the family.
That was cute. But you've given her some training now.
No,
I
she
tell
was
her
on-
her
she
daddy's
was on-
beautiful.
No, she was on another show once, and she went all over the neighborhood telling her children, "I was on television," and she's starting to get a little big head.
Well, she was on again. I love when she saw herself, the expression. Wasn't that cute? We keep reading about the fight happening again, but have you officially
what fight?
asked for the Frazier fight?
Well, yes, the fight's going to happen. You can be assured it's going to happen, because what's going to happen is they gave him 48 hours a few days ago to sign to fight somebody. How they were going to take it. So he said he'll fight George Foreman, and they were negotiating. And I understand.
Is he a serious contender, Foreman?
Yeah, he's ranked number 2 next to myself. And I understand that they're having trouble with the fight. They want it in Jamaica, and it's not going to come off. And I think they were only stalling. He's not going to really fight.
I thought it was going to be in Houston, I heard.
Right, but I think what's going to happen is they're going to take the title, and then they'll probably let me and Foreman fight for the so-called title, which is what I don't agree with, but it's the only way we can get him to fight. And then he'll have to come around to fight. The big problem is the commissioners and the judges who gave him the fight. Now he says he's champion, and financially he wants to be paid like the champion and me like the challenger. But what's so different, in the past this is true, but what's so different about this fight is that the number 1 contender, which is myself, drew all the people. All the people who are not fight fans. The rednecks come to see me whip because I talk too much. And the black militants come see me whip because they like the way I talk. And many of the draft fighters and resistors come because of what I represent. And the people of the Muslim religion come because they like me because of that. And people who don't like the Muslims come to see me whip. So you add it all up, we got a good crowd. See?
So you want to be, in other words, you want to be paid accordingly because you say you're drawing more people? Is that
I would say which is still good. We'll go 50-50 on whatever, and our managers will talk about it. But for $1 less, I can't go in. When I see Joe Frazier fight his first fight in New Orleans, a day before the Super Bowl, he couldn't fight on his own. He had to fight while the Super Bowl crowd was in town, and the arena held 7,000. He drew about 5,500 people.
Well, he did. I don't think he planned that. I think probably the promoter planned it that way,
I'm
didn't
trying to say the seats were there, and Joe Frazier was defending the title after me. Then he fought some Ron Standard in Nebraska, somewhere.
Nebraska, Omaha, yeah.
And these are places, and then they're talking about Jamaica. These are places real great fighters don't fight. New Orleans and Nebraska, they fight in New York and places like I fought Zurich, Switzerland, Tokyo, Japan, Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, you fought in
Oh,
Ireland.
I fight all over the world. And we draw 17,000, 22,000. Our fights on satellites. And Joe Frazier's 2 title fights since me was on home television. Like if you had a bathroom in the toilet, you could watch television in the toilet. Or if you had
A bathroom in the toilet?
Some people do.
You mean a television?
Yeah, a little
Oh, yeah.
television. when a fight's sold to home television, it's a cheap fight. And like even my fights now, like they need 4 satellites and they bounce from like 62 nations in every place in America.
Now, the fight you're fighting now, they're doing that too?
Okay, you can't get in theaters worldwide. So what I'm saying is like it's kind of hard for me to sit down and take low, just because somebody.
How much do you want to fight him?
We don't know what to do.
Well, no, you know how much you want. I keep reading
because
figures.
of myself and only me.
Yes.
The fight will draw about worldwide in one night 50 million.
How much of that do you want?
Well, you mean after Uncle Sam?
No, before Uncle Sam. How
Before
much?
Uncle Sam, well, I don't know what we might.
We each got what, $2 million for the last?
Yes, but this would be bigger. We probably settle for 4 apiece.
$4 million apiece. How much of that can you possibly wind up with after Uncle Sam?
4 million, manager, trader, expenses. It'll cost about $200,000 to get in condition in camp and paying the whole crew. It'll about $100,000 for the attorney.
$100,000 for the attorney?
Yeah, maybe 2.
Honest to goodness?
And then there's a lot of
I'll
things
get
you
you a
don't know
lawyer
about.
much cheaper than that. Now, how much do you think you'll wind up with out of that?
Out of 4, I'll be lucky if I can go home with 1 million.
That's
Which is good for one night's work.
Do you realize something just occurred to me? I didn't realize we're sitting with a guy who made $2 million in one night.
It was 2.5.
I'm sorry about that.
But the government took 2 million.
You're kidding. How could they?
How could they?
2 million? How could they
You
take
really
2?
believe I'm the greatest, don't you? How
I
could
think
they?
you got a bad manager if they took 2 of the 2.5
Ain't nothing you can do
million.
about it. Well, you go in like the federal government takes $1.8 million, and New York State made a new law real quick just for me and Frazier.
Just for that fight.
And 12 men in suits, dark suits, came to our lawyer's office.
Came right down.
12 men. 12 men.
And they took
Have you ever heard this song? This is the story of 26 men.
No.
Well, that was the story of 12 men
they only needed
who
12.
rode the New York territory.
Mohammed, did you hear what Rocky said a little earlier when he said something about if he'd be nice to people? We were talking about, I said if whether he had been a fighter or not, I think he'd have made out very well because people like
Well,
him.
some people are different. Some you can't be nice to. Some
Do
people
you
take
really
niceness.
believe that?
Yeah,
Really?
I tried too much.
What were you going to say?
Your wife is one of them.
My wife?
Your wife, my wife, and your best friends, even your mother.
You can't be nice to
Well,
him?
yeah, you can be nice, but you gotta kind of watch it and govern it, because if you be too nice, you can say, for an example, wife, I'm gonna give you $100 a week allowance, and you give her $100 a week. Wife, I'm gonna buy you a pretty car, buy a car, any kind of clothes you want, but you just let something happen, or you get angry, and you miss it for about a week, and just don't do it. You don't do nothing for me. You don't give me nothing. Yeah.
Here's another fighter afraid of his wife, I'll tell you right now.
You can be so good. I've had people who work for me, and a lot of people have experienced this. And you can pay them so much, treat them so nice, but just miss it once. I mean, you can give this to somebody. Just miss it once, and they'll think you owe it to them. So
That's
you
a
have to be
fact. That's
real-
like
you have to
loaning.
watch how you
It's like
ration it
loaning
out.
money to some people. When they pay it back, they make you feel guilty.
You can tell a lady or a man, a lady can tell a man that she love him, she can be so nice. She can be so nice, and he'll soon take niceness for weakness and say, oh, I'll go find me somebody else. I got you. You got to always
You know
not be home
something?
and keep them worried, and make them think you don't love them. You can't let them know it too much. My little daughter, the one you saw right here, she'll come in my bed in the mornings and she'll lay down and she said, Daddy, and she'll kiss me. I'll kiss on her jaw, she'll lay there, and I turn around. As long as I don't want her, she's all right. But as soon as I start grabbing her and loving her and
That's
hugging her,
true.
she push me out of the way. Oh, I'm tired. Leave me alone. As soon as she gets me,
You're strong, you know that?
now I use deodorant every day. Now you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, how are you?
You can be nice, but you have to watch how you
I understand. We're coming right back right after this. Let's get away from that for a moment. You mentioned before, having covered the Frazier-Ali fight. What do you think of each man as a fighter, by the way?
Well, I think Muhammad Ali is possibly the, and it's a pleasure not to have to say it behind your back. But I do think that it's possible that you are the greatest fighter of the 20th century. And I don't know much about the 19th century. I think that Frazier is certainly one of the very strongest fighters that has ever come along. And that the last fight between you, I think, was won by him finally because he was in better condition than you were.
Do you agree, Muhammad, that he was in better shape than you?
Yes, because he took a whooping that I couldn't have stood.
Well, that was his calculation. He is a fighter who
I couldn't take that kind of punishment. I think I'd quit if I got beat in the face that hard and that much.
Well, but he did make you run slow in the middle rounds. That's one of the reasons he had a great many rounds.
Well, I was off like 4 years, and I got a quick notice, and it was really a miracle that I did what I did. See, Joe Frazier was just annihilating everybody in 1 or 2 rounds. And after the fight, he'd go to his victory parties. But, you know, being a quality type fighter that I am, and although I was off for 4 years and rusty, still I had enough to, I would say, put him in the worst physical shape. But
Now,
I think I
Joe,
won 9 rounds.
Would you like to comment on Joe Frazier, Norman, as a fighter?
Well, I think it's easy for me to say because I'm not a fighter, but I do think that Muhammad Ali underrates Frazier consistently. I think if you had never come along, people would have spoken of him as possibly the greatest fighter of the 20th century because the man, while he fights in a familiar tradition, you know, he's very much like Marciano in many ways.
Sugar Ray Robinson was in that 20th century too.
Sugar Ray was a...
And we don't rank Joe Frazier not even good enough to shine Sugar Ray's shoes.
Well,
weight and class.
well,
He's a scientific boxer. Joe Frazier's just an ugly brute who keeps coming and just throw punches from here, and he'll just beat you on your arms and your head until you get too tired. He's no science, no skill, no speed, no class, no art, just a big, rough pug.
Ali, that was not my impression in that first round because I was sitting in the second row, you know, in the press. And I remember the look, to me, there was a look of surprise in your eye when you realized that his head was very hard to hit, that he was working.
It wasn't hard to hit. I was surprised that it was hard as it was. It wasn't hard to hit.
It was one, hard when you hit it, and two, it was harder to hit than you thought it was going to be. You missed him a great many times in that first round.
But I still won the first round, even on the judges' cards.
Well, you were throwing more punches.
I won the first round.
But there was the feeling I had in that first round was that Frazier was amazed at how strong you were physically, and you were amazed at how hard he was to hit because you would assume you just hit him at will.
Well,
it wasn't that easy.
I'm not looking for no excuses. I watched the film like 10 times.
Well, you know more about that
whooped
fight than I do.
Joe Frazier, physically. I won more rounds. I lost the 15th because I got knocked down. I shook up in 11th, and I played about 4. I lost 6 rounds.
Well, but you know that in a heavyweight championship that is close and that highly regarded, the man who gets knocked down in the 15th round is going to lose the fight.
One judge gave Joe Frazier 11 rounds and me 4. Now, anybody who knows anything about fights and saw it know that I won more than 4 rounds.
Oh, certainly, no question
And
about
this
that.
is a serious thing for something to be so big and for a judge to be so off. That could mean win or lose the fight.
Well, let's put it this way. I think you were certain when you went into that fight that you had to win by a little more than an absolutely close margin because you knew that public sentiment was against you, which is equivalent to saying that the judges would be a little bit against you. They're human too, and they're not human in the most interesting way.
Well, it all turned out that it's good I lost the first one.
I agree.
After taxes hit us, we need another payday.
I agree, because I would have had a salam before I could talk to you today. It's true.
Norman, what do you think of Muhammad and Joe Frazier, not as fighters, but as people?
Why do you put him on spots like this? I mean,
It's no
Because he's an
spot.
interesting man, and it's not hard for him to answer that
he's in
question.
striking distance from me. I mean,
Well, what do you think of them as people?
Well, Muhammad is very hard. They're both very hard to talk to in different ways. Muhammad's very hard to talk to because you never catch him. You know, he just is a brilliant conversationalist.
He is,
Yeah,
indeed.
and Joe Frazier, to my surprise, is a very intelligent man.
Yes, he is.
I wasn't
Yes.
prepared for that. Yeah. I was not prepared for that. He's a very intelligent man. And you know, I was on your side in that fight, and then I interviewed him, and I hated that interview because I liked him a little more than I wanted to. And it wasn't that I was rooting for him after that, and I did root for you in that fight. But I ended up, as I said, liking him a little more than I wanted to, and that was terrible. You always like to hate the guy you're rooting against. You don't want to.
Did you bet on the fight, Norman?
No, I wanted to bet on Muhammad the day of the fight, and I couldn't get a bet.
Did you bet Rocky?
yes.
You You bet on him?
I told you about bet on him. I bet on him. I thought,
You want to know something, Muhammad? Me too.
I thought, I says, I just see a guy with his left hand he'll take the fight so easy, even if you don't knock him out.
Television and everybody interviewed him. I felt so good. It's all Muhammad Ali. No doubt, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he's not been I believe he's one of the greatest fighters I've seen through the whole year. They talk about the old times, the new times. I think this here man here there only comes once in a lifetime, a guy like him. Really, he's just a fantastic fighter. That's a guy.
We're going to come right back right after this.